You are now live with me, Chase Carrington, on Chase the Sun. This is the Sunday Freestyle. Basically just a free discussion of pretty much whatever. Oftentimes what we learned in church. Sometimes, what I learned in church. And other times, you never know. Right now, I have someone with me for Sunday Freestyle. Hopefully keep it nice and interesting. This someone is named Alyssa.
Hi.
And she happens to be my sister.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday Freestyle.
Yeah, we got to get a good intro for it. So this is Sunday Freestyle. If you want to communicate with us, chat or comment, we'd love to hear your input into the freestyle. So basically,
yes,
we are free form. We pretty much talk about anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's Sunday, I usually have a lot of pouring inspiration coming from church service. And today's church service, we talked about Ephesians 4, right?
Yes, I'm forgetting what verse, though.
But basically, it was about leadership of the church, pretty much. That sums it up. And it was saying something that really impacted me during the service was when someone said, when the pastor said, Sunday isn't the power of the church. It isn't the important part of the church. The real witnessing part, the big operation of the church happens throughout the week.
I agree.
Because Sunday is when people get equipped and they get the word, they get empowered, inspired. I certainly do. Whenever I go to church, it's inspiration, like boom, like, oh wow, I gotta do this, or I should do this. I'm getting sidetracked, aren't I? But basically, the big power of the church is when all those people leave. They scatter across the country, the town, the world, whatever. They go to their jobs, they go to their homes, go to their families. That's when they spread change, when they spread the word. That's when they spread the love. That happens throughout the week, not Sunday. And that is the job of the church. The job of the church is not, the primary job of the church is not to save souls, so to speak. Their primary job is to equip people to save souls. That is my belief of the real job of the church.
That reminds me of one Adventures in Odyssey episode where Eugene established his new business called Hand Up. And at first they were trying to go around helping people, but they found out there were too many people for them to help themselves. So they redirected their business into training other people to help other people, so that they had more people to help other people.
Actually, that's a pretty good illustration. I was expecting it to be like, oh, Mr. Whitaker, throw someone in the imagination station. We gave them emotional distress. But no, that is a very good example how basically his idea was to equip people to help other people. It's hands up. You give people a hand up to help other people get a hand up, I guess.
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea, and in ministry-wise, I think that's important. That's why in my ministry, I stand here to equip you to go out and spread the truth. And I also equipped artists, Christian music artists, is another side of my project, is equip them, promote them, and get them out there so they can do the real work of spreading that word, that change, and that amazing love of Christ.
Yepers.
Now, let's do a little spin, little freestyle move over to the topic of Ringling Brothers.
Yeah, it's a circus that sadly is closing down, and it's just really sad because they've been in business for, 146 years?
Yes, and I should have an article in front of me, but they just did their last show. The reason that they are lacking when it comes to, they are lacking people to actually watch the shows is mainly because they no longer have elephants. And you think about it, do you really want to see a bunch of people in pajamas dancing across the stage with no animals, no elephants? I'm not sure if they have other animals like the lions and tigers still, but
then again, do you want to see animals in bondage when they would have more fun running around in the wild?
do you think they really just like set them out free? That's the thing. They're no better off right now. They're in some sort of zoo. I mean,
maybe they're being treated better in the zoo.
Treated better. I mean, they had caretakers that loved them. They had an adoring audience. I mean, it was not like there was, as far as I know, any major violations. They were just, people didn't like to see the animals all dressed up. Seriously? They might like that. How can you know? I mean, isn't it better to assume that, hey, they like it where they are, than to assume that they hate where they are? They need to go to some other place.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
I know. And I'm right. That's why this is my podcast and not that person's.
But one thing that I think that sort of using animals is sort of maybe okay, depending on your point of view, is because basically that's like their job, and we reimburse them by taking care of them. We feed them. We give them great stalls, and so I love horseback riding, and my teacher always says, don't be afraid to like push your horses to do as best as they can, because they're being sluggish or something, because this is their job. And they are getting paid very well for this job by getting a nice place to live and getting food to eat and getting a lot of affection and adoration from the students who ride them. So that's just my thought on that matter.
Yeah. She's had some words. It's an interesting subject, but I'm curious to see whether they're just gone forever. It's tough to believe. Truthfully, I never really found much interest in a circus. The real reason, I hate to admit this, that they went out of business is due to trends. Nowadays, people stay home for entertainment. That's why video game consoles and other forms of mass entertainment at home are big, like movie streaming. But they eat out. And these words, I don't even know where I learned them, are profound. They followed me for quite some time now, and I've pondered on the idea that basically, say, I'm buying a video game at home now, but a lot of people like going to eat out. The experience of eating out is somehow become more experienced than entertainment out, like movie theaters, and there used to be a time when there was an arcade, which I'm sure not many people remember that. I don't know, maybe you do. But I certainly don't. There's just so much entertainment outside of the home that is being forsaken for entertainment inside. When you have stuff like VR and improved gaming systems, and now you just download a game with the press of a button. It's amazing. So, the immense power in all these inside games is that you no longer need to go out anymore to really do stuff.
Yeah.
And experiences are cool and all. I just don't think that a circus is really that fun to watch anymore. I mean, we watch spaceships blow up on TV. What is so interesting about
I, for one, would just love the experience of going to a circus, because judging from the way circuses are going out of business, they won't be around for much longer, and I definitely want to have the experience of going to one before they're all obsolete, and then I can tell my children and my grandchildren that I want to see a circus.
Okay. So that's the only reason. See, if that's your only reason, imagine how many people actually think that. That's like you and 3 other people in the world. I mean, that is not much of a base to really, to really have.
Yeah, because, I mean, nowadays, let's face it, there are so many other places where you can get the exact same entertainment as a circus. Like, just go on YouTube and look up videos of acrobats. And I'm sure that you can find tons of options with HD definition. So, I think that that's another reason why I wouldn't actually go out to see something.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just think that I'm very particular with my time. I'm very frugal with both money and time, at least when it comes to foolish entertainment. Alyssa's shaking her head. But basically,
No.
I don't want to be bothered with, shouldn't say that, but say an amusement park, then I don't want to go. If I don't care for amusement parks, which I really don't, just a bunch of roller coasters and stuff like that.
I love amusement parks for the record.
Yes, if it's just a bunch of roller coasters designed to shake your insides up, I mean, I see no value in that. That's why I don't really care for amusement parks.
It's the thrill of it, though.
See, I don't put much stock in the thrill or the feeling of an experience. I put stock if I have fun,
You have fun from the thrill
if I
of
gain
it.
a skill. I don't find
You gain the skill of a strong stomach.
Seriously? A strong stomach is a skill?
It is.
I guess so. Oh my, it's like saying having your eyelids open longer is a skill. Or I don't know, or staring at the sun is a skill. I mean, that makes no sense. I'm really losing it. But okay. But so I put more gratitude and more gratification behind, say, a laser tag tournament where I am able to exercise a certain amount of skill. It still has a little bit of thrill to it, and it's fun. But but if I'm just sitting in a bunch of seats watching elephants fall over each other or acrobats jump in the sky like they're flying, it's like I could see this in a movie. I'm just telling you the raw truth here. And I think that is why stuff like circuses are having issues. I'm not saying that I wish them to close, but I'm just saying this is how it's all going to work. The capitalist forces will probably bring circuses down. And you just got school on circuses. Okay, that was terrible. I really wanted to use an effect for really no good reason. Let's see what effects we got here.
It's going to take about 10 seconds for it to go
What?
off.
I'm just awesome. I just like that. They're just clapping because I'm awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, clap some more. Clap.
So, anyway,
Oh, come on. I want to hear my adoring fans.
okay, on to another topic. So, if you listened to Chase's Amplifier for JC radio show last night, or was it 2 nights ago? I don't know.
It was on Friday, so count, please.
His recent Amplifier for JC show.
Someone needs to go back to school!
And
okay.
I was a guest star on it, and we were talking about, like, some different sibling things, because the theme of the show was family, and I mentioned that, Cain and Abel were sort of doing, like, classic sibling things that siblings still do today, but Cain was trying to, like, one-up what Abel did. And I was just reading my Bible last night, and I figured out another example of something siblings did in the Bible that we also do today. And so it was in the story of Mary and Martha, where Mary was, like, sitting listening to Jesus while Martha was serving food and busy working. And she said, Jesus, why is she just, like, sitting there while I'm working? Can't you tell her to come and help me with all of this work? And I think me and Chase do this a lot to one another. Sometimes I do it to him. Sometimes he does it to me, where one of us will be working hard and then the other of us is just doing nothing. And then we're like, come on and help me. I don't want to be the one doing all the work. And when they don't listen to us, we tell our mom, and, like, come on, Mom, go and tell them to come and help me, so I'm not going to have to be doing all the work. So I just thought that that's pretty interesting, that sibling things just go throughout the ages.
Yeah, definitely. The sibling rivalry. It just happens.
Mm-hmm. It's just a thing.
It happens. Well, let's see what other effects we have here. Ooh. Now we need to talk about the weather. That's what's on my phone.
The weather.
Yeah, why not? It's a freestyle.
It's known as sort of a thing to talk about when you're bored and you have nothing else to say, so...
Oh, there's interesting stuff about weather. For example, do you like thunderstorms? I absolutely love them.
I mean, I like them when I am going to take a photograph of the lightning, but if I am trying to sleep, I find it quite annoying.
Hold on, back up. Whoops. Back up. Tell us more about that taking photographs of lightning thing.
Okay, so I have a bucket list of things that I want to do before I kick the bucket, ha ha ha. And on that list was taking a picture of a lightning bolt. So I tried after, I think it was last summer, various times to try to take a picture of a lightning bolt. And so I had pretty much given up trying to take a picture. And my camera was on this timer, so I didn't have to be pressing the button every single second. So I just had it on a timer while I was talking to my grandma on the phone. And all of a sudden, while the camera exposure was still on, I saw a lightning bolt, and I was like, bye, Grandma, I gotta go. I think I just took a picture of a lightning bolt, which I have been trying to do all day. So, yeah, I looked, and I indeed had a photo of a lightning bolt, and it was sort of a small lightning bolt, and the picture, tiny bit messed up, but still, I got a picture of a lightning bolt, and that's what counts. But I still want to try and take a better quality picture, so this is going to be another goal for myself this summer, is to take a picture of lightning bolts again.
When you live in Cleveland, there is no end to thunderstorms.
Yeah.
Crazy. Although, I kind of like it. I say, either rain a lot, or rain a little. I mean, no, rain none. It's either if you rain a lot, or rain not at all. That's how it works for me. Same with snowstorms. Don't give me a few powder puffs. It's Cleveland, for crying out loud. Give me some nice snow. A lot of it.
So, speaking of thunderstorms, I'm really excited because I just looked on my phone weather app, and it seems like that we are scheduled for a thunderstorm in my city on Wednesday. So, I'm definitely going to try and spend, all evening trying to take a picture of this lightning bolt on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
That's, a long time from now.
Not really, it's just,
It's not today, and it's not tomorrow, so it's a long time from now.
But it's the day after tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow. Is that a thing? Day after tomorrow, day after tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow, day after. The day after tomorrow. Yeah.
So,
that's how you say
what is tomorrow's yesterday?
Tomorrow's yesterday's today.
Exactly.
Took me a little bit of thinking, but I got that figured out.
Okay, what is the day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow's yesterday? I didn't even try to keep track. You take care of that.
Tomorrow?
I'm not sure. Wait, no. Day after tomorrow's yesterday. No. So it'd be Monday. Wait, no, that's tomorrow. Oh boy, I'm terrible to keep track of days. Tuesday.
Yeah. So, there are some things in this world that just can't be explained, and I think that finding out about, different paradoxes is so much fun. So I looked on my go-to for any interesting material, Pinterest, and I found out about this one paradox, which is, what would happen if Pinocchio said his nose would grow? Because his nose only grows if it lies, and if he lies, then it will grow.
Do you know what? Here's an easy solution to everything. He'll just blow up. That's what happens. When a paradox happens in a fictional world, they just blow up. Yes, I mean, for example, the Weeping Angels, that was a paradox. Unless you covered their eyes. What about the Weeping Angels? Do you remember that one?
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a paradox.
In the episode Blink, where the angels were looking at one another and they couldn't
Doctor Who. Just clarify
that. Yeah. Doctor Who. If anybody does not know that Weeping Angels is in Doctor Who, needs to learn some more about pop culture.
Actually, no. It's a very, very
geeky thing.
No, I don't want to say that. I'm just saying I wouldn't say it's an aspect of pop culture. It's kind of an aspect of
As Whovians embrace our geekiness.
Yeah, I don't really consider ourselves whatever she just said, mainly because, well, we haven't even watched the latest season, we don't keep track with everything, we've never been to a conference, and we never barely talk about Doctor Who. I don't consider myself a Doctor Who super fan.
I consider myself a Doctor Who super fan.
Whatever. She can say whatever she wants nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Paradoxes. Whatever. Okay, well, thank you for listening to the Sunday. Oh my, I must
Sunday
be tired.
Freestyle, but it's over already.
Alyssa's a very good actor. So
I'm not acting. This is a lot of fun. I think we should keep on going for another 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
15.
You lead. What are you doing?
Okay. So, what should we talk about next? Got any ideas, Chase?
Oh, yeah. It should say leading competitor. So there's this, what they also found on Pinterest says...
by Velociraptor. It is the most hilarious meme. If you don't know about it, you should go look it up.
Don't look it up.
Yes, look it up.
Don't look it up.
Look it up. But anyway, so this Velociraptor meme says, if a product is 10 times better than the leading brand, why isn't it the leading brand?
I think it should say the leading competitor.
No, that's what the commercials say, is like, our product is 10 times better than the leading brand. Like, do you watch Bounty commercials where they say, like, you know, like 10 times more absorbent than the leading brand? And, like, if yours is really better, then why aren't you the leading brand?
Well, maybe that's a marketing thing. Maybe they aren't the leading brand.
Maybe.
But that's due to other reasons, not due to the actual quality of the product, but due to the maturity of the company, their distribution circles, their marketing strategies.
And their price.
Their price, that's a
lot
good
of
point.
demand.
There could be a lot of reasons. So actually, I don't see that being a big issue. But the big thing isn't a well-rounded discussion pointless? That is profound. I will say that is actually pretty good. Well-rounded for discussion pointless. I know it's a terrible pun, but still, it is pretty profound, in my opinion.
So, here is just one of these things that I've always wondered about. I wonder about a lot of weird things. Chase can attest to that.
Yes. I'm shaking my head right now. Yes.
But anyway, one of the things I've always wondered so what about a person who is born deaf and they don't know how to like speak any language? What language do they think in?
Well, I mean, if they're born deaf, I mean, if you think about it, what language does a baby think in?
What language does a baby think in?
Yes.
Or does a baby think at all? Because it's just
No, what do you mean it doesn't think at all? No.
It's just like, la 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 la.
No. Here's the thing. They think in concepts and objects. That's how they learn and grow. So you start thinking in concepts and objects and feelings and emotions. Well, not feelings. But basically, that's why it's important for a lot of interactivity with babies. Not that I know. But I'm just saying that basically that's why the interactivity is important, because basically everything they touch and feel, they take that as an idea, a subject. They don't really think in ideas. They think in abstract ideas and objects and motions.
I just still can't really imagine how that would work.
Now,
Probably
I will say
never
something.
Really experienced
I will say something. Actually, I heard something about some study was saying actually that from just hearing before they're born, children might know a little bit from their parents' language. That's why they can recognize what they're saying. So there's actually a study out that basically they are what?
Because you can hear through the womb.
Yes.
That is just such a strange word to say. Like I can never say it correctly. Womb.
Room.
Womb.
Room.
Womb.
Room.
We probably sound like crazy right now.
Mind blown. Oh, there's no explosion effect. I'm going to fill this effect bank with a bunch of cool effects, and we'll have a bunch of fun. Here's the closest thing. Okay, here's my biggest issue with this program. Does this sound like a gun, guys? Oh, yeah.
Let me listen through these headphones. Alright, he'll play again. That sounds like some sort of sci-fi laser gun.
I know, that does not sound like a gun.
But like a super bad imitation of a sci-fi laser gun.
I mean, it is just such a disappointment for a gun.
Yeah, that is a disappointment. I am disappointed in you, whatever effect program this is.
Yeah, it should have been like at least like a Gatling gun would have been cool.
Yeah, no, that would have been awesome.
I would be satisfied with a water gun. That is just lousy. That is lousy.
How does a water gun sound like?
That is I hope not. That is really, yeah, I hope that it doesn't sound that way, because that sounds really, really weird. Let me see.
Is this the amplifier for JC's theme song?
Yeah.
Cool. Why don't you ever play it anymore? Whoopsie. That's my workout reminder. Just gonna snooze this.
Suddenly I've realized what time of night. I was gonna say day, but it's actually night. It is currently in my time zone, and I'm stunned and astonished that no one told me about it, and I'm going to go.
So, now, while we were at church, we noticed a bumper sticker that said, if guns kill people, do pencils misspell words? And this reminds me of another Velociraptor memes. Might just be addicted to those memes that says, if guns don't kill people, people kill people. This is too funny to even say. If toast doesn't toast.
I don't get it. I don't find it very funny.
Does toast toast?
The toast doesn't toast. I don't know, toast. That doesn't make any sense. I don't find it super funny other than, whoops.
If toasters don't toast bread, does toast?
I'm shaking my head right now. Oh, what an excuse for a joke. Or pun.
What do you mean?
I don't know. But it's just... whatever. I already said that one.
Yeah.
But...
yeah. So another thing that was on Adventures in Odyssey, which is also a Velociraptor meme. I think I am addicted to these.
It's an addiction that needs to be cured.
If you're in a car going the speed of light and you turn your headlights on, what would happen? We need like a physicist listening to this so that they can, or not a physicist, but a scientist listening to this.
Yes, a physicist. That's exactly. Listen, do you know what different scientists there are? Okay. We got to stop this discussion and go through what scientists are which.
Who has a science degree would probably know the answer to this question, right?
No.
I don't mean to just point out.
No one would know.
Questions.
Actually, you're right. There probably would be no light visible.
But
if we go at the speed of light, there'd be a lot of other issues, too.
But if you're going at the speed of light, can you see light?
Probably not. That's why black holes are black. Just a theory. But here's the thing. Let's run through this real quick. A paleontologist studies dead bones, basically. Dead bones. An anthropologist studies the development of humans and evolution, basically, which is why I don't care for that career field.
And a sociologist studies like cultures and people and the
That is not what a sociologist does. Sociologists study
and the effect
society.
Culture has on people.
Society.
Yes.
Not culture.
Chase.
Okay, well, I'll ignore that. And then a philosophist... Wait, no. I mean a philosopher. Just thinks all day.
Okay, Chase.
And then you have the wonderful field of biology.
And psychology.
Well, how do we get from biology to psychology?
Because Mom is a psychologist. I mean, psychiatrist.
No, she
is. Yes, she is.
No, I said she's not a psychologist.
Psychologist of course she's a psychologist.
Psychiatrist can give prescriptions. Psychologist
or is it vice versa?
What do you... Alyssa, I would know. I mean, well, I know. I just know. But so, let's rewind back to biologists study everything that lives. Pure and simple. That's just how it works. Astrologist. No, sorry. Astronomer. Now, it doesn't always work properly. Astronomers study stars. Meteorologists study weather and meteors. I mean, obviously. Then you have... Let's see, what I'm missing.
Genealogists?
Wait, are genealogists... Okay, no. Genealogists are not counted. Are they? Is genealogist a thing?
Who knows, but genealogy is an ology, so... So there must be
okay. Then we have archaeology discovers anything that's old.
Chase, that's a generalization.
No, really, they study basically anything pertaining. Okay, I'll put it better. They study anything pertaining to civilization that is old. Then, last but not least, the geologist.
They study rocks.
Yes.
And when I was like younger, maybe like 5 years ago, maybe even less, I wanted to be a geologist when I grew up.
You did?
You don't remember that? I'm hurt, Chase.
Yes.
But yeah, it just seemed like a really interesting field, and I like always loved going out in the yard and picking up rocks and finding out which rocks they were. And I still think that it's pretty interesting, but I'm more interested in other things as a career, like economics. Oh yeah, and economists. We forgot about that in our IST list.
It's not an IST list, it's a scientist list.
See, scientist is.
Oh, come on! Go.
But economist is the most awesome job ever, and I definitely want my college degree to be something around economy, and I would want to be an actual economist, but I looked up for like job apps of like for like job listings and jobs available for a certain field.
Alyssa, no one wants to know how much money you want to study.
And in most job positions in this day and age, for economists, want the economist to get a PhD.
Alyssa, we'll talk about economists.
Something that I don't want to get.
Ouch! Alyssa, you're pushing me.
Chase just poked me with his elbow.
Alyssa did that. I didn't do like that. Alyssa, ow! She's doing it.
No, he's doing it.
I'm a larger target. So basically, this is the Sunday Freestyle with me, Chase Carrington, and
Alyssa Carrington.
For now.
And I know that this title said I was just a guest star, but really, I'm his co-host.
No, I never said that. I never said that.
Ever.
I definitely would never say that. Now and forever, I try to avoid anything that is
eternal.
Yes. Other than eternal life, I try to avoid anything else that says now and forever, or forever I will do this, or I promise.
He always promises things, though.
I don't ever promise.
Yes,
Alyssa's like,
do.
I say, I'm gonna go watch this. I'll watch this movie with you in a minute. Alyssa's like, you promise. I'm like, no, I didn't never utter the word promise. I never even said, like, you have my word. I didn't even say,
lying.
Definitely. I just, that is not. I just said, I will watch this with you in a minute.
And you didn't do what you said you were going to do, which means that what you said you were going to do wasn't true, which means that you lied.
We'll be philosophists another day. Right now, something's happened to me. It's called oxygen deprivation of the brain that causes me to open my mouth wide.
And yawn. Which means
that's exactly what a yawn is. Basically, goodbye and good night. I'm Chase Carrington with the Chase Sun podcast and Amplify for JC Radio.
And Alyssa Carrington with exactly whatever he said. So, see you next week. Bye.
See you next week. If there is a next week.
Of course there's going to be next week.
I'm putting my philosophist hat on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, now my stomach's grumbling too. Okay guys, goodbye.
Bye.
I'll leave you with some applause. Just for you.
Woo! Woo!
And don't applause yourself. Let the stock people do the applause. Goodbye everyone. Again, I'm Chase Carrington.
See you later.